Right. Hi, I'm Dylan Arntzen from the School District of South Milwaukee. I'm a 5th grade teacher and also on the Technology Integration team. Today I'm going to be going through a Smart Notebook 11 training session. Okay. You can follow me along with me on page 31 of your Learner Workbook. Today we're going to be creating interactive lesson activities using the Hide and Reveal. Let's start by showing you the 3 different hide and reveals that we're going to talk about today. Using one of the techniques that we are right now, this would be the move and reveal technique. We're also going to look at the order and reveal technique. And finally, the erase and reveal technique, all ways of using interactive activities with your students. Now, a couple things I'm going to go over. Over here is our page sorter. Along with our scroll bar, we're able to look at different pages in our Notebook 11 file. And over here is our page, or our side tabs. And on the side tabs we have our page sorter, our gallery, any attachments we have attached to our file, and our properties tab, along with our add-ons. Okay? For the most part, we're going to stick today in our page sorter tab. Now, let's look at a couple examples of how we could use these hide and reveal interactive activities. Okay? For example, move, order, and erase. Our question is, where is King Tut's tomb located? The first example over here is a move and reveal. In a move and reveal, we cover the text with a box, and in this case it's a colored box or filled box with red, so that it covers up the black text behind it. When I move this box, it goes away and it reveals the Valley of the Kings as your answer. You're able to move this back again over that text if you would like. That is an example of move and reveal. Now there is an order and reveal technique that I also use quite often. In this technique, I'm going to create text that is actually not appearing because it's the same color as our background. In this example, we have a white background and we have white text inside this dotted line. This dotted line is here to show you that there is something there inside. And at the same time as we have our white text and our white background, I'm just going to use this same box up here that we use for our move and reveal, and it's a colored box so that when I order my text, my background, and the box, I want the box to be in between. So the text is actually forward, the box is in between, and the background is behind. When I move my box over to this area, you can see that the Valley of the Kings is in white font, or white color, and it reveals the answer. Again, just moving it over the text. Okay? And my final technique for hide and reveal would be the erase to reveal. Okay? There are 2 ways to select the eraser that we'll use to erase. Either you can go down to our pen tray, and on the pen tray we have our eraser. Or you can come up here to our toolbar and go to the tool panel and select the the eraser, and you can choose what kind of size eraser in the contextual box over here. In this case, I'm going to use the largest eraser. Okay? And I can simply just touch and erase the writing on top of this. Now this happens by using a pen, and in the pen it's the regular pen. This is in the contextual box here. It's the bottom left hand corner of your tools panel. In the contextual panel you select then the color of the font that you would like. In this case I'm going to use white because it matches my background. Okay? And I'm going to choose an option and make it a little bit larger so that it will cover the text that I'm using, and I can just write over it. And again, I'll show you how to erase to reveal on that, and that is with the eraser tool. So that's two different ways of the erase and reveal. Now, would you like to see some additional examples of our hide and reveal? Marie?
Yes.
You would. Well, let me show you by going over to my side tab over here and selecting our attachments tab. And I'm going to open up some additional techniques as an example. In this specific example, it's an erase and reveal technique. We have a food chain here with different graphics that were selected from the gallery. And we also have a lake down here that was actually used by drawing it over with a pen, and then we'll use the erase to reveal technique to show the answer. So, for example, what is a food chain? In this case, I'll have a student answer, and then I'll pick up either my eraser from the pen tray, or I'll pick the eraser option in our tools panel, in the bottom right hand corner of that, and then I can erase to reveal that a food chain is a model that shows how energy is passed in the form of food from one organism to another. And that's a simple erase to reveal answer. It really engages the students to discuss and interact and collaborate to try to figure out what the answer to this question may be. Now, as I go over to our page sorter again, I'm going to select our order to reveal example. Okay? And in this order to reveal, it's investigating the parts of an animal cell. Okay? So we have our animal cell over here. And as you see, the background is white on this page as well. And on each one of these lines, there's an answer. That answer is in white font. Okay? The color is white, which matches the background. So you can't see it right now. Now, from the gallery, let me select the Select tool out of our Tools panel. This was selected from our Gallery tab, and this is our magnifier. The magnifier is behind the white text, but in front of the background. So when I move the magnifier over our text, you can see it reveals the answer to our question. For example, this is the nucleus. And we can go through each answer throughout this diagram to reveal exactly what the parts of the animal cell are. And that's a simple order and reveal technique. Okay? And finally, one of the ones that I use most often in my classroom is an example of a screen shade and reveal. So, in class, for example, this one would be an 18th century scientific discoveries timeline. Okay? And this timeline is actually behind this screen shade. Okay? Now, in your toolbar up here, we have a screen shade in the Actions panel. And in the Actions panel, screen shade, which is the bottom part, right side, okay? It's simply a grab and bring with you, or drag, and it can go up and down, or right and left. For example, in this, with the timeline, I'd like to bring it down to our title, and then reveal according to the timeline and the time that things were discovered. And if you want to reveal the rest of it all at one time, you can select the top right-hand corner of the screen shade the red X, revealing the entire timeline that's behind the screen shade. Again, this screen shade is found in the toolbar, in the Action panel, and it looks like an old screen that is pulled down to reveal. Okay? So those are some additional examples of how we could use the hide and reveal action. I'm going to go back to our main file. And we're going to look at, I'm going to press the page option on our sidebar.